Cam, first off, into a World Cup final. It's what we've all been here for, but it's pretty special to be there.
Yeah, it is, mate. It's a great feeling. You know, we've been here for a long time, and a lot of preparation and hard work has gone into this. But yeah, very happy dressing shed, and looking forward to next week's game.
A lot of ice on the players. That coach talked about it being a physical game and sort of not reflecting the scoreline. That there's a few sore boys in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys with ice packs on legs and ankles and all over their body. But yeah, the Fijians, they were tough today, and we knew that they weren't going to stop trying no matter what the scoreline was, and they did that. You know, they didn't disappoint us in that area, but they're a very spirited football side. But yeah, I think the guys did a really good job today, particularly defensively. You know, to keep a Fijian side to nil is a pretty good job. So very pleased on that aspect of the game. And there's still a couple of things to work on, but overall pretty happy.
Every game we seem to be talking about defence, but it's now 5 hours since the Australians last conceded a try, so it's been pretty special, the defence that you've worked on all tournament.
Yeah, it is, and we actually spoke about this week, and our assistant coach David Ferner brought it up that it'd been 30 years since an Australian side had played 4 consecutive matches without a try against them. You know, so that was a challenge that he put towards us, and the boys all jumped on board and did a great job. You know, so yeah, it doesn't matter what team you played in this tournament. You know, they were pretty good across the park. So you know, to go 4 games without a try against us was great. But yeah, we've just been playing simple footy, and along the way been scoring a lot of points. But we all know, as we've learned in the past, that the results in the last 4 weeks don't matter at all. All that matters is how we perform next Saturday.
Sense of the job being half done in there. A lot of the boys are a bit more subdued than they have been previously in the tournament.
Yeah, I think obviously initial reaction when we got off the field was that we were overjoyed to be in another World Cup final. I know that a lot of people were saying that we were shoo-ins, but from our camp it was about playing a tough game of football today. So great to get the win, but we all know what's ahead of us. We're playing against the Kiwis, who are they're a very good side, and they got us the last time we played in a World Cup final. So I believe they had a really close game today. They only just scraped in the last sort of 10 or 20 seconds, but I know they'll be well prepared for this game next week.
You obviously haven't watched the game, but I guess the perception will be that they've had a State of Origin type pre-game leading into it, whereas Australia's probably had a bit of an easier run. Yeah,
that's right. I think there's going to be certainly a lot of questions about who's had the better preparation. Well, we sort of started with a harder match, and they finished with a harder match. But yeah, we're not too concerned about the way they're sort of travelling, or if they're building, or what's happening in their camp. We're worried about ourselves, and as I said earlier, I think we've improved each week we've played. Obviously, everyone knows we're a little bit dusty against the Pommies, but we've built every week. Our attacks slowly come together. Tonight we've seen some really good structure with the ball, and we scored some really good structured tries, which is a great sign for our side. But I know we need to be better next week against Kiwis.
How mindful were you, especially at halftime when the game was pretty much wrapped up, not to show your whole hand and to hold something back for a big game against Kiwis?
Yeah, we actually didn't really talk about that at all. We didn't really want to hold back tonight. I think we come in, I think we were 30 points up. We didn't really want to shut up shop. We wanted to go out there and try and build for next week, and still had to show plenty of respect to the Fijians, because they were going to keep coming at us. But we tried a few things tonight that we want to get in our game for next week, and I know that the Kiwis would have been able to see a few things that we were trying, but if we execute them properly next week, then hopefully they'll come off for us against them as well.
Obviously a lot of experience in the camp. You've got a trip to Manchester, which will sort of ride off tomorrow. But it's a short preparation now for a World Cup final. But there's a lot of experienced boys here. They'll know how to prepare as best they can.
Yeah, I think that's why we've been able to improve over the tournament. Is that we always knew that we were going to be a little bit dusty early on, but the guys have been great around training. They've been very professional with our preparation, and obviously looking after themselves, with injuries or diet or anything, just so we make sure that we're ready game day. So You mentioned, it's a little bit subdued. I think everyone knows the occasion next week, and that we're going to have to be physically and mentally prepared to play a tough game of football for the whole 80 minutes. It's not going to be like the last few weeks where we can score a few tries early and then have sort of coast to a victory. We're going to have to do it the hard way, and that's with our preparation this week. And then obviously it starts now with a few guys with bumps and bruises.
How special is it to be captain of the Australian side? These World Cups don't come around very often. Playing at Old Trafford at the famous ground against New Zealand, the arch enemies, it's a pretty special occasion.
Yeah, it is. I haven't really thought too much about it. I didn't really want to think too far ahead in this tournament, but obviously we're here now. But I think for me, mate, it's special every time I get to pull on the green and gold jersey and lead the boys out. I know that I'm in a privileged position. There's been a lot of great footballers, a lot of guys that I looked up to. Were given the opportunity to captain Australia, so but I think this one probably a little bit more special given it's a World Cup. It's quite a prestigious tournament, and we're playing at a very prestigious football ground. A lot of great sporting teams, not only rugby league, but multiple sports have played at Old Trafford. So it's a great opportunity for us to go there and play well and hopefully come away with a victory.